right, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to episode 3 of the Upper Left Pod. I'm here with my brother Jordan again.
Hello, everyone. How's it going out there?
It's going good.
Are we on the internet?
We are on the internet, the interwebs.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice. On today's episode, we are going to be talking the AFC over/under win totals. Just like we did with the NFC, we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing. We'll find our division winners, and then in a future episode, we'll talk who we think is going to make the Super Bowl. We're also going to talk our top 5 stories that have happened since Wednesday, and then we're also going to wrap up with the best of school supplies from when we were younger, which I think I may have the best list known to mankind. But once again, guys, this is brought to you by Cowlitz PUD. Thank you to Cowlitz PUD for sponsoring our episodes.
Take control of your account and make interacting with Cowlitz PUD easy with SmartHub. Through SmartHub, you'll be able to view detailed usage information, make a payment, enroll in programs, set account notifications, and much more. You'll also receive important news and information about Cowlitz PUD and can quickly contact us with any issues regarding your service. You'll be able to put yourself in the driver's seat of your Cowlitz PUD account. Smart management, smart life, SmartHub.
All right, welcome everyone back to the Upper Left Pod. I am Andrew Johnson with my brother Jordan Johnson, and we are back for episode 3, now on the YouTubes, as the kids would say, on the YouTubes. How's that feel, Jordan?
Yes, I love it. They let anyone be on YouTube, right?
They will let anybody on YouTube. I mean, Logan Paul has a YouTube, and I mean, he's making.
Yeah, should we go find somewhere that people commit suicide and film it? Because that seems how to get big on there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, I think that's a big thing. But or we should start fighting, even though we can't fight.
Yeah, no one's ever done celebrity boxing before.
Yeah,
that's
never.
A new thing.
Tonya Harding.
Yeah.
So I just got a text from
Manute Bol. Remember Manute Bol fought Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah, the 7. Who won that, by the way?
No one. We all lost.
Hang on. Hayden's trying to join us right now. So I'm going to let Hayden join us. So go ahead. All right. So Hayden's coming in today. Hayden was going to join us as well. Hayden is in with his iPhone. Hayden today. Hayden joined. Hayden was with me on our first episode on Monday, and he is in Louisiana for his girlfriend's graduation. Am I correct in that, Hayden?
Yep, PA graduation. So this apartment has about 20 people packed in it for the next couple of days. Everybody, just family and everybody. Yeah, so it's a madhouse right now.
Just so you know, if you want to, you could turn your.
There we go. Sorry, it was.
No. There we go. So Jordan and Hayden have never met before. So Jordan, Hayden, say hello to each other.
Hello, Hayden.
What's up, Jordan? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. So there you go. First time meeting. It's always good. So yeah. Okay. So Hayden, you missed the intro, which is fine. But I sent you the notes yesterday. We're talking our top 5 stories from the past couple of days, and then we're also over over AFC win totals, and then we're going to wrap it up with our best of school supplies from when we were younger.
Okay. So, that's a great lineup.
Yeah, because school is literally right around the corner. Because I do teach, I am a teacher, and we have to be back on the 24th of August. So we're right around the corner of us coming back. So yeah, there were some cool school supplies when we were younger, which kids today don't even know what we're talking about.
No.
They were probably just like iPad number 1.
You know what? The number one thing would probably be a phone. Would be the number one thing.
Yeah. Today,
because you can use your phone with everything, especially with how we're teaching. If you have a phone, you can do just about everything. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Our top 5 stories. Our first one I had from last night. I don't know if both of you guys watched it. I watched it. Was the Field of Dreams, the Yankees versus the White Sox. What did you guys think?
I thought it was pretty cool. I actually liked the aerial views of like just corn. Like that was a pretty awesome view. They need to do this with other things. Like hockey started the trend, but I would like to see some more sports try some different stuff.
I agree.
I thought it was cool looking.
I think like you could do like basketball. I don't know how it would work, but like Rucker Park in New York would be a good one. I remember they tried doing the basketball game on the aircraft carrier, but they had to stop the game because of all the water. But yeah, I thought it was really cool, and I thought the way it ended was like you couldn't have asked for a better ending with Anderson hitting that home run against the Yankees and then taunting going around. It was hands down the way they entered through the cornfield. Kevin Costner was there. It was just like, to me, it was a mini movie, and it ended the perfect way with a walk-off home run into the corn with only people from Iowa, I believe, were there. It was pretty cool. Hayden, what about you? What'd you think?
Yeah, well, my situation's been a little different. I haven't been able to sit down and watch much, but it was cool. You know, I got to sit and check out the highlights of it, and yeah, it was sweet, man. I hit a home run. The fireworks and everything going off center field. You got corn. In the pregame, I saw on Bleacher Report, dudes literally walking in the cornfield and like eating just raw corn from it. I was a little grossed out by that, but
yeah, the guys from Iowa.
It's not good.
No,
I've ever done
raw
that.
corn is not good, but yeah, that was cool. I do agree with you, Jordan. The aerial shots of just Iowa is literally just corn. I mean, I'm under the understanding.
I've never been there. I don't understand.
Here's the thing. When I think Iowa, I think you got the Field of Dreams, corn, then you have Iowa, corn, and then Iowa State University, and that's it. And there's just corn. So a surrounding three giant things of Iowa, Iowa State, and the Field of Dreams is just corn. I mean, Can you guys name me, besides Ames, Iowa? Can you guys name me where's Iowa University? University of Iowa. Where is that?
I think it's in Iowa City, but isn't Des Moines, Iowa, decent sized city in
Des Moines? Yeah, Des Moines capital.
Okay, well, Des Moines capital, but once again, unless you're playing college football in Iowa City and Ames or going to Field of Dreams, I don't know where else you're gonna go.
I do like how Iowa and Iowa State, don't they play like the first game of the year every year as a rivalry game?
I believe you're correct on that.
I like that.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
Northern Iowa, David Johnson.
Who?
Oh yeah,
David Johnson. He went to Northern Iowa.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
That's
then yeah, but that was really cool. I love that. They need to continue that. And Rob Manfred,
it's great for Iowa. Really good for Iowa. Good night all around.
It was good night all around. Good job, Iowa.
Whoever runs their PR is really happy.
Yes, John Deere is really happy. And then also on top of that, Rob Manfred came out in the pregame before he did anything, said we're doing this again. I just hope they rotate the teams. Like, that'd be really cool to get almost every team in there. Even do like maybe an interleague play game would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Both
I just thinking for the NFL, they should play in a prison like it's the longest yard.
Yeah. Only inmates allowed to watch.
Yeah.
Only inmates allowed. So yeah, okay. The next one we have is the Pac-12 has come out and said, if your team comes down with COVID and you're unable to play, it's no longer going to be a makeup. They're just going to say straight up forfeit. You're done.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, basically, what they did was revert back to their old rule that if you don't have enough players to play, you forfeit. Because last year they actually made an exception for COVID. So they basically said, "Hey, we're going back to the old rules." So, and you guys had plenty. I think Merton Hanks, isn't he like the head of the football officials or something like that? He said like, "You've had enough time to get vaccinated. Get vaccinated." But it's also up to the commissioner, like outstanding circumstances, he could make it so it's a no contest. But I just think it's the right way to go. It's too much money involved. Let's get it done.
How many games? I don't know off the top of my head. I don't remember very many games getting canceled last year. I do remember Washington not being able to play in the Pac-12 championship game because of it, and then the mighty Oregon Ducks winning the Pac-12 championship because of it. So I mean, I'll take that. I mean, I don't care what it says. I don't care if you give me an asterisk or not. Pac-12 champions, Oregon Ducks. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan's
that's how you want to win it.
Yeah, hey, a win's a win. Hey, in the great words of Dom from Fast and Furious, doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, a win's a win. Okay, give me your pink slip, Paul Walker. So yeah, don't be hating, Jordan.
Okay.
Hayden, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I remember the Titans had to play. Didn't somebody have to play like 2 games in like an 8 days, like something really, or like a 5 days ban, someone played on like a first Tuesday night game.
I think it was Pittsburgh.
It was Pittsburgh. Yeah,
something like that.
And people were upset because
the Ravens were supposed to play the Steelers on Thanksgiving or something like that.
Yeah, it was really weird. They had to play. They made up their game. I don't know what the NFL is going to do with this. I have no idea what they're going to do. But they don't really have
The
any.
NFL is going to push right through it. They're not losing money.
No, they're going. So yeah, forfeit for Pac-12, and it's not just for football; it's for all sports. So just make sure we understand that it's not just for Pac-12, just not for football, but all sports going forward. So we could see what's going on. The next topic we have is J.R. Smith, great shirtless J.R. Smith, is saying that he wants to go back to school, North Carolina A&T. Good for him, get his degree.
Saw that.
But he wants to play on the golf team. Now, if we all know, J.R. Smith did not go to college. He was a straight out of high school draft pick. So he still has, I believe he should still have 4 years eligibility. I don't know if it works if you play professionally basketball, but he wants to play on the golf team at North Carolina A&T.
He's a 5 handicap too.
He is he's a 5 handicap. He's a very good golfer. I say the NCAA should say absolutely let this guy play, because you know what's going to happen. He's going to sink a putt to win a league championship, and that shirt's coming off, and he's going to be rocking around at North Carolina A&T with a shirt, tattoos going. It's going to be the best thing ever for that school, and also I think for golf in general, high school for college golf in general.
Yeah, and do you think he could use that into an NIL and promote himself even more?
I don't think he needs the money, but he could use it for an NIL for his teammates. I could see that.
Yeah,
that would help his teammates. Yeah,
and I don't know that I should have looked this up, but I think North Carolina A&T, is that the one that's sponsored by Steph Curry? Because it's an HBCU.
It's not
HBCU.
Yeah, I thought it was Chris Paul who did that.
Chris Paul, yeah.
Because I think he was doing a documentary on a team, HBCU basketball team, and I think it was North Carolina A&T or something like that.
Okay, but it was
he's really involved with that.
Yeah, which I say NCAA. If you guys are one of the most hated organizations in the world, and I'm literally saying in the world, come on NCAA, make the right choice. Give J.R. Smith his 4 years of eligibility. He's going to bring nothing.
Let him play.
Let him play. Yes, let him play.
But if he goes pro, if he becomes a pro golfer, he has to wear a shirt. There's rules for that. So.
If he makes it pro, if he makes it to the PGA Tour, and that guy wins a major, I hope that shirt comes off. I hope at some point in these next 4 or 5 years we see J.R. Smith just. He
would be so much taller than all the other golfers.
Oh yeah, he's 6'7", rocking. He's just country club tatted up, no shirt. That would be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
That's
when I start watching golf, when they have neck tats.
Neck tats. I don't think any golfers on PGA Tour have tattoos that we can see, but hopefully.
I guess not.
Also. Next one we have is the Clippers re-sign Kawhi to a $178 million contract for 4 years. Now, Kawhi just had knee surgery, which should keep him out for almost the entire year. Is this a good signing by the Clippers?
They have no choice. What are they going to do? Because he's going to come back and be a good basketball player. He might not be what he was, but he's still going to be like a top 10 player in the league. He can play both sides of the ball. He's kind of weird though, but other than that, he's really, really good at basketball and one of the best players. I would pray that the Blazers could ever get a player as good as Kawhi Leonard on defense and offense. That would be incredible, but. I mean, he'll be fine.
Hayden?
Yeah, I have a hard time with it because, the Clippers have always been the little brother playing at the Staples Center. And I just have a hard time signing a player who has been the way that Kawhi's been with organizations. He's been very quiet. He hasn't been communicative. And then he re-signs 4-year, $176 million. And all of a sudden, he's back in favor with the Clippers. He's a great player, but if I was a coach or an organization, I'd be like, I can't trust this guy. I wouldn't invest money into that. And the Clippers clearly seem like they can never break through. So, if they want to keep building around him and sit out this year and let Paul George win an MVP, I guess, then be my guest. And losing the second round, go ahead.
This reminds me of the Kevin Durant signing when he went to the Nets and didn't play his first year, which he came back and he's literally inches away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals if his giant 15.
If he wears the right size shoe, they're in the finals.
Yeah, I'm with
And probably going to win the finals because who's guarding him on the Suns?
no one.
Well, no one guards him anyways, but yeah, who's
he literally just won the USA gold medal on his own. He won them a gold medal. He's 7 foot and has handles and can do everything he wants. I like the signing. I should say I'm not gonna say he should. I like it. I understand why the Clippers did it. I just think it's a lot of money for a player who at this point in his career has been injured quite a bit. I mean, he sat out in San Antonio. He didn't trust him there. He worked his way out and then went to Toronto, won a championship. I'll give him credit for that. And then went to the Clippers and hasn't done anything and then got hurt. He's on the wrong side. I think, how old is he? I want to say he's 28, 29. So I understand it. I just want to see him when he comes back. I want to see him I want to see the investment pay off for the Clippers. I understand it, but I also want to see the investment pay off for them. He's probably not going to play next year. So we'll see what they are. We'll see how good they are without him. But I understand it. $178 million is a lot of money for a player, but I think he's worth every penny of it. If you can get back to the playoffs and get to a finals at some point.
That's chump change for Steve Ballmer.
This is what's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't matter to him.
It doesn't matter.
NBA training camp starts in like a month.
It does.
That's crazy.
The summer league is going on. I've never seen the summer league hyped up so much than I have right now. Maybe I've never had the NBA.
Oh no! Whenever Lonzo Ball played and the Lakers won the summer league championship, it was literally like the biggest thing ever. They're like, the Lakers are back, baby. Lonzo and Brandon Ingram.
And then
but the Blazers are about to raise another summer league championship with our 10-year vets playing summer league.
Jordan,
don't get me started.
They have.
Don't get me started.
What's the guy from Kansas State that was in the second round?
Michael Beasley, baby.
We got the Manimal.
They have Michael Beasley, who has been a bust in the NBA.
Fareed and Emmanuel Mudiay.
Yeah, they got some players that have played in the NBA on their summer league team. So yeah. All right. Last story that we didn't get a chance to talk to yet was the LA Dodgers ball girl, Marissa Ronan. She 100%, in my opinion, should have been the top story going across. This girl is not very big, Melissa Ronan. She's the ball girl for the LA Dodgers. There was a fan on the field, and if you guys haven't got a chance to see the video, I'll put in a link in the description. This guy was running across the field in Dodger Stadium. He had probably had 7, 8, maybe 9, 10 security guards chasing him. He makes a beeline right for her, and she tackles him. He flips over the stands and into the crowd, and the security guards got him. 100%. I think the Detroit Lions, who have no linebackers, who are my team, should sign Melissa Ronan on their squad.
It looked like a kicker making a kick at the sidelines, where they're sizing them up, and then they just do that sweet little put your leg out, let them fall over your leg tackle move, which works in that situation because she's not trying to Terry Tate off this linebacker her. She's just trying to get him down to the ground. She's using what she's got around her surroundings, the walls right there. Someone might want to get her what?
Throw the glove at him, just chuck the glove in his face and then tackle him. That would have been even better.
She has a helmet on too, right?
She does. They have to wear helmets.
They wear helmets. Yeah. Just a good thing she didn't use it as a weapon.
Go ahead, Hayden.
Did the guy have more security guards chasing him or more beers in him? Because that was a run. I mean, you got to go out there. That's bold.
He was booking it, man. He went from one side to the other, and no one touched him.
I would say probably 6 beers because you're not running that fast at 10. You're not.
That's true.
You got a full stomach. You're and you're not making that straight line, That's going to, 6. I say 7 if he's an alcoholic. Who knows? Mm-hmm. He's had this plan in his mind for a while too. He's like, this is the day, guys. I'm going to make it. Have you ever seen the video though in Houston where the guy actually gets away? It's an old video and he jumps up the center field and climbs up the everything and makes it away. He's out of the stadium. It's incredible. That's I think that's when they stopped showing people, in cops, they never show anyone get away.
That's true.
Because then you'd be like,
this
I can get away.
Yeah, I was very impressed by it. I thought it was very cool seeing it. I think she's selling merch now through Barstool Sports, which
Of course.
no free shout outs Barstool Sports, but I think they're selling merch through her.
If you tackle punch, get in a physical altercation, looks cool, Barstool Sports will make you a t-shirt.
Yes, they will. So at some point, the three of us gotta get in a fight, and then we can get some merch through.
Yeah. Like at a soccer game or like a biking event, some weird sport where they wouldn't expect a fight. Like
Yes.
that.
So that was our
Where
top.
we get
I
intense, like
go ahead. So
Yeah.
so that
no,
was
let's go ahead.
So yeah, so that was it right there. That was our top 5 sports, top 5 stories since Wednesday. Once again, guys, we are brought to you by Cowlitz PUD. Thank you, Cowlitz, for sponsoring our podcast. Here we go.
Take control of your account and make interacting with Cowlitz PUD easy with SmartHub. Through SmartHub, you'll be able to view detailed usage information, make a payment, enroll in programs, set account notifications, and much more. You'll also receive important news and information about Cowlitz PUD and can quickly contact us with any issues regarding your service. You'll be able to put yourself in the driver's seat of your Cowlitz PUD account. Smart management, smart life, SmartHub.
All right, and we're back here with the Upper Left Pod. We just recapped our top 5 stories since Wednesday. We are now going to transition right into our AFC over-unders for wins. Just Hayden, you weren't here on Wednesday when we did this. I'll give you the rundown. I will give you the division. I will then give you the over-under. I'll give you their win totals, the projected win totals. I'll give them to you in order who they think is going to win from first to worst, and then we will rank them worst to first. So we'll go backwards. I'll give you first to worst, and then we'll go backwards of where we think they're going to go worst to first. Okay. So that's the thing we're going to go, and we'll go one at a time. We'll go through this one at a time, and we'll start with Jordan. We'll go you, and then we'll come to me. We'll just go in that order. And that's how we'll do this whole time.
I got about 2 minutes before because we got graduation stuff that we gotta.
Well, then how about this? Why don't you? Hayden's got to go because he's got to go do graduation stuff with his girlfriend, but Hayden joined us for the top 5, which is good. Hayden, why don't you go ahead and you can dip on us, which, I mean, come on now, man, you're dipping out on the Upper Left Pod. You can dip out, but then I sent you the over under win totals. You text me your divisions and then I'll post them on there, and I'll post them on Twitter and I'll post them on Instagram. Sound good?
Sure. My girlfriend wants to say hi, by the way.
Hey guys, what's up?
All right,
Congratulations.
Congratulations. By the way, what are you graduating for?
Physician assistant school.
Ooh, smarty pants.
Nice.
I mean,
Thanks.
wait. First of all, I do have a question. Are you guys close to what part of Louisiana are you guys in?
Northwest Louisiana.
I don't know what's there.
Not much,
Nothing.
honestly.
Crocodiles and swamp.
She's her hometown is she was a part of. Her hometown is close to Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
She got to witness
Oh,
firsthand
ooh.
Joey B and the LSU title run.
Sure
So are you a
did.
coach? Are you a Coach O fan?
Heck yeah.
You see
Go
him run,
Tigers.
does he just
Go.
run? Does he just run around
Tigers.
all the time?
Oh yeah,
Go
totally.
Tigers.
With Ray Baker.
It's Ray Baker. All right. Well, thank you guys
All right.
for joining us once
You're the
again.
man.
Congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
And I'll see you guys. Hayden, we'll see you later. All right, bud.
All right, buddy. I'll text those to you.
All right, later.
Bye,
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So now it's the 2 of us. We're back to the 2. Thank you, Hayden, again for joining us. He'll be joining us every once in a while. That time he just couldn't stay with us because graduating.
Like his insight.
Yes. Okay. So
Exactly. I'll be missing some shows. I gotta go to Hawaii, so
you'll be missing shows too. I might be flying solo for a little bit, or I might be trying to get some other people on, help us out. But this is me and Jordan's show. It's kind of like the Johnson & Johnson connection, just like the vaccine. You get it, you're good to go. So here we go. So we're going to start in the AFC East. So we're going to go east, south, north, west. We're going to get to the west. At the end, so we're kind of working our way across the United States. So in the AFC East, we have the Buffalo Bills at 10.5, Pats at 9, Dolphins at 9, and then the Jets at 6. So Jordan, I'll let you start. Who do you think is going to get worst? Oh, by the way, remember, you need to write these down because I don't have anything in front of me to write them down because I'm running everything else.
All right, let me go grab a pencil real quick.
This is great radio right here. This is great podcast and great YouTube. We're not prepared, but that's what you're going to get here.
We're right here.
Oh, well,
We
look at
weren't
that.
prepared.
Look, we're right
You
there.
know what? Give it raw.
Okay. So who do you got?
Who is
Who is your
So-
worst team in the AFC East?
my worst team, of course, everyone knows it's going to be the Jets, Jets. They're going to be not good. They have a very young offensive line and no weapons. I was just going over their roster.
They have Elijah
Their
Moore.
wide receivers are terrible. Their defense hopefully can hold them in some games, but they're going to get too tired. Their defense is going to have to do way too much work and going to have to really hope they get turnovers and scoring position for their offense. Zach Wilson coming out of there doesn't sound great. And I don't know why anyone didn't question him.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Like, yeah, Zach Wilson. Like,
yeah, I'm going to get to that.
He played at BYU.
Okay,
BYU, and they played no one. So, yeah, I just got them going 5-12.
You have a perfect transition for me. I see them going 4-13. I do not see them being very good. The Jets, once again, Zach Wilson was a guy that came out of nowhere. He was a marginal quarterback at BYU. Then he had a good
COVID season.
Had a good COVID season, football season. The only good team he played in Coastal Carolina, they lost. I just don't know how he went from this no-name somebody to this no-name to then being the number 2 draft pick. I don't understand where it came from. I don't get it. I do like Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. I do think he can be a good receiver. He can be a good all-around
player.
Receiver. The problem is the Jets drafted a quarterback, which if you go back to Jets drafts, I mean, they drafted Geno Smith as well. Okay, so remember that. They drafted Geno Smith thinking he was going to be a good quarterback. I just don't see it. I do like Robert Saleh. I think he is a good coach. He was a very good defensive coordinator for the Niners. I just think he's in a bad situation in New York where they think 6 wins. I mean, 6 wins. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson. I don't trust him yet. Maybe he's good. I mean, I shouldn't be hating on the kid. I don't know what he's going to do. He is literally a kid. So we'll see what he can do. By the way, did you know he took 2 BYU cheerleaders to prom when he was in high school?
Yeah, but he probably was a recruit. So,
okay.
And it was Mormons. They probably made stuff out of popsicle sticks. Let's be honest. They didn't do anything.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah. So there we go. We both have the Jets just being last in the division. Okay. So who now is your third place team?
My third place team is the Patriots. Their defense, I have them going 9-8 though. So it's not like they're going to have a winning record, but breaking in Mac Jones. Back then, they didn't want him. Now he's hot. They all want him. But Mac Jones is going to he'll be all right. He looked all right yesterday, but that was preseason.
He did.
Cam Newton, I don't play him. He can't throw the ball anymore. He can't. His shoulder's too messed up. He was awesome, but he's just done. Like, he needs to be a backup. Their defense will hold them in a lot of games. It will be close games. It just will be their offensive not being able to push it over at the very end. I mean, they got those 2 tight ends, but I think Hunter Henry's already hurt again. So that's like that's a big weapon for them. That was a big signing, but they still have that other tight end. I can't remember. They got from the Titans, right?
Yeah, they did. I can't think of his name either. But yeah, so
I just think they're gonna be. I just feel like they're gonna be good, but their offense still isn't quite there yet, and their defense will fade, but we'll hold them in some games. But I could see the second and third place team swapping places. So
okay, so I have getting third is the Mighty Fins, the Dolphins. I have them going 8-9. I don't trust Tua. I do not trust him. That hip injury is going to stick with him. Also, his arm strength, you saw it last year. I just don't trust Alabama quarterbacks because they play in a system where they have the best offensive line. They have the best weapons. They're only throwing to open wide receivers. Can you name an Alabama quarterback since Nick Saban's been there that's been good in the NFL?
I mean, AJ McCarron was all right, but he was a backup. Do you know he has a restaurant in Alabama called like Asians, and it's a sushi place. And it's like AJ.
What an idiot. But still, dude, there's not. But I speak with also AJ McCarron. Shout out, giant chest tattoo that you never saw coming. I think he has a full
yeah.
sleeve too now. But no,
Nice.
I don't trust Alabama quarterbacks. They don't ever have any adversity because they're on the best team with the best offensive line, the best weapons. They only throw to open receivers. Tua Tagovailoa's only accomplishment is yes, he won some national championships, but did he really win them on his own? I mean, he did. Okay, he won one against Georgia when he came in at halftime for Jalen Hurts and won that game. But besides that, he only threw to wide open receivers, no adversity, and he got hurt. And you're seeing now his arm strength isn't what it used to be. He's not. I was not a Tua Tunga. I was not a Tua believer. I'm still not a Tua believer. And I have them going 8-9. I think they're better. I think Brian Flores is a very good coach. Their defense will keep them in games, but Tua's also going to. I think Tua's going to lose them some games. And they should have drafted. They drafted Jalen Waddle. Mistake. They should have drafted. What they needed was an offensive lineman to protect Tua, to help him out. They didn't do it. And my Detroit Lions got Penei Sewell, which was awesome. So thank you, Finns, for being dumb and not drafting the guy you should have drafted. Okay.
That goes into my second place team. What'd you have the Dolphins going?
8-9.
8-9. Okay. I got the Dolphins getting second in this division at 10-7. I like their defense and I like what they're doing on offense. It all comes down to two. If he can just hit his playmakers. I like that they have. I like Jalen Waddle. I think was the better pick than Devontae Smith.
I agree. I'm not saying that I don't like him. I say it's my pick for them.
And he's a good returner too. But then they also have Devontae Parker, and then they have Myles Gaskin wasn't a bad running back for him, and then their tight end. What was his like?
Glecki, just Deshecki. I can't from BYU.
Yeah, Gillespie. He was pretty good, and then I think their defense, like you said, I think Flores is a really good defensive coach, and I feel like they're figuring out on defense. And they just re-signed their cornerback, who was
Xavier Howard.
Yeah, the second best corner as according to PFF Football. So I
like him.
I think their defense is good, and I just feel like they're going to be pretty good. I think Tua is going to take a step forward. I don't think he has to look over his shoulder at Fitzmagic. That's kind of a big thing. Some confidence in your play. You shouldn't just be out there looking over your shoulder all the time. It's kind of like seeing ghosts out in the field. It's just you need the confidence. So I feel like, the Dolphins are going to be decent this year at 10-7.
All right, so I'm going to go with who I believe is the greatest coach of all time in football. You can't deny it. I think Bill Belichick gets the Patriots going again, and I think they're going to go 10-7. I think I'm going to be. I know Cam Newton, his shoulders hurt. He does have more. Last year he had last year he had an aging Julian Edelman as his only weapon. I think they're going to be better this year. They had 5 starters last year on defense not play, and they're all back. They also bring back Van Noy, who they let go, and he came back. When guys come back from New England, he's going to be good again. I like that they have Hightower back. He's looking good. I like their defense. And they have Stephon Gilmore is one of the best corners in the league still. Malcolm or Butler, what's his name? Not Butler. What's his name? One of the twins.
Gilmore?
The twins that play safety.
McCartney?
I'm
Devin McCourtney?
Yes, thank you. McCourtney, he's back. He's one of the best safeties in the league. I think their defense is going to keep them in games. And I think Cam Newton's going to have enough around him to get things done. If Hunter Henry stays healthy, which hopefully he's back because he is a big weapon. They got some guys and they got some guys. Shout out to local legend. Oh my God, I'm so bad with names right now. Kendrick Bourne is now on their team. Milwaukee Mustangs own. Kendrick Bourne is now with them. He's a good receiver who was in the Super Bowl with the Niners. I see them doing good things this year, going 10-7. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs, but they'll be 10-7. They're gonna have a bounce back year. And then, who knows what happens. Maybe Mac Jones will be good. Maybe he'll come in and get some reps. I have no idea, but I do believe this team is going to be 10-7. I don't think Bill Belichick's going to let his team have a losing record again.
Yeah.
All right. So now on to who we both think is going to win. Obvious pick. The
Buffalo Bills.
What is your record?
Nobody circles wagons like Buffalo.
No one.
I have them going 12-5.
Okay.
I feel like they're putting it all together. They're in a window right now. maybe these next 2 years is their window, because I think they have most of their players signed up for the next 2 years. I really like their defensive backfield with Poyer and Lade White, right?
Yes, White.
And then their other they have really two good safeties.
Ted Poyer.
Poyer and Micah Hyde.
Yes.
I think those two might be like they're just really, really good. And then I just really like their offense. I think Allen could be the MVP this year.
He could.
He's got a cannon. He can hit every throw. It's just sometimes he gets a little like overstimulated and just like
he
just goes crazy. He takes risks. Like you're like, what are you doing, man? We don't. It kind of reminds me. Remember when Reggie Bush against Texas just pitched that ball? You're like, what, dude? What you? I mean, you're already. I mean, he was going for the play, but anyways, I just feel like Buffalo.
I do too.
This team could go all the way. It could.
This is a Super Bowl contending team. This is. I think.
And I forgot to mention their pickup of Emmanuel Sanders too. That's a really big.
That's
a big pickup.
So they had Stephon Diggs last year, and you saw the maturation of Josh Allen when he got Stephon Diggs. So now you have a guy that can do everything: go deep, go short, go across the middle. Now you have a guy named Emmanuel Sanders who basically just goes across the middle and makes catches. They have a very good receiving core. They have a good receiving core. Josh Allen I think, can make another big step this year. The one thing that's going to hurt is they're losing their offensive coordinator. He left. Oh wait, no, yeah, he did leave, right?
No,
I'm thinking.
I think they have all their.
Yeah, I'm
positions.
thinking. Sorry, I'm thinking of Arthur Smith, who was in Tennessee. I had him mixed up. That's a mistake of my own. They're going to be good again. They're going to be solid. I actually had them going 13-4. I think they're a very, very good team, a Super Bowl contending team in Buffalo. And like you said, no one circles the wagons better than the Buffalo Bills. And last year, I think they had a bad taste in their mouth of not winning their playoff game. Josh Allen is going to be a MVP candidate. I really like this team. This team is fun to watch. 13-4.
If you're a folding table in Buffalo, you're on notice.
If you guys better be on the outlook. You guys are going to be. There's a lot of people jumping through you guys here pretty soon. Buffalo.
I don't know what people are going to eat on in Buffalo after this season. They're going to eat
chicken wings out of their hands. That's all they're going to do.
There's going to be no tables.
Which, by the way, speaking of Buffalo wings, are you a bone in or bone? Are you boneless?
Well, bone in are buffalo wings, and boneless are chicken nuggets.
Okay, good. And then, are you a flats or a drum guy?
Whatever.
Okay, I'm flats all the way. I like taking one of the bones out and eat it all in one.
You're doing it wrong. Take both. Take your fingers like this, and then put at the end of a bone and tap it on your plate, and you'll slide all the meat off, and then you can bite it all, and it'll just pull out 2 clean bones.
I can just pull one of those out and eat it and be done.
I'll show you later. You're doing it wrong.
Whatever. By the way, I do make the best chicken wings. You
don't.
Yes, I do.
Not in your air fryer. You can't make the best wings in an air fryer.
False. You can make good.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
They're wrong. Okay. I make better ones on the Traeger.
Okay, well, I can't compete with I don't have a Traeger, so well, look at me. Yeah. I got a Traeger. Okay, but yeah. By the way,
what do you have the Bills going?
13-4, and if you think that you're getting chicken wings when you order boneless wings, you're ordering chicken nuggets. Okay, so don't say you're getting boneless buffalo wings. No, you're getting chicken nuggets. Okay. All right, so that's our AFC East. I went from worst to first. I went Bills, Pats, Dolphins, Jets. Jordan went Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets. Is what you did.
Correct.
So that's tough. Okay. Before we take our next break, let's get down to the AFC South. AFC South from worst to first. It says Carson Wentz, the Fighting Carson Wentz's. Colts at 10, Titans at 9.5, Jags at 6, and maybe the worst team in football, the Texans at 5. So Jordan, who do you have getting last?
This might be the worst division in football.
It could be.
It could be. If the Colts or the Titans don't stay healthy, it's just going to be the worst.
So who do you? But I agree with you 100%.
I have the Texans getting dead last. I don't. What are they?
I don't know.
I'm on their roster right now, looking at it, and I'm just like, what do I? Andrew, we watch football, right?
We watch football.
But who are these people?
We were talking about this. We were talking about this the other day. Besides Deshaun Watson, I mean,
I know who Pharaoh Brown is.
I know. Here's the thing: they do have Philip
I've heard of-
Lindsay. They do have Mark Ingram and David Johnson. That'd be a good running back core if it was 5 years ago.
Yes, like
I don't know any of these guys. They have your boy. They have your boy, Brandon Cooks. Don't forget they have Brandon Cooks.
yeah. And then on defense, I was looking at their defense. I'm still just like, okay, yeah, there's some players I recognize, but still, like,
This is a bad.
I just think it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long year. I don't even want to waste watching them ever because I feel it might hurt my eyes. I'm just going to pretend that there isn't a Texans team this year. And if I have to bet, I will always bet against them unless, like, the starting quarterback for the other team is hurt or, like, they got
even
COVID.
if the starting quarterback's hurt,
I think they should make a rule where teams have to play 10 against 11 against the Texans to give them a chance. Because this team is terrible. And they're probably going to have to trade away their quarterback. Yeah. I have them going 4-3, and that's just happens. I can't. 4-3, 4-13 is what I got.
I had them going 2-15. I don't see them. I mean, they are so bad. And Deshaun Watson, even if he's there, he's not going to be all in. They're going to be so bad. Bill O'Brien, who, by the way, is a very good coach, who won a bunch of divisions.
No, is he?
He was a terrible GM. When he was there, they won like 4. I want to say they won 4 division titles when he was there, made the playoffs. He was a good coach. He was a terrible GM. He just traded away first-round draft picks, just traded them away like they were nothing. They are a terrible team. Bill O'Brien sent them back in the dark ages. I don't know why. I mean, the trade to trade away just DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals was just the worst trade I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like he was playing Madden. It was like, oh, here we go. I'm going to move pieces in Madden and get these players. Even in Madden, you wouldn't make that trade. I mean, come on now. Bill O'Brien sent his team back into the dark ages. Bill O'Brien.
Oh, and then they have like some terrible coach who's never coached before.
Yes. And the guy that they got as their head coach, I don't even know his name. I'm not even going to look.
Or never been a head coach.
Never been a head coach. I don't like this team. This team is terrible. I have them going 2-15. They'll get the number 1 draft pick next year. They're going to trade away Deshaun Watson to the Eagles. If they trade away Deshaun Watson to the Eagles, they might go 0-17. They very well could go 0-17, which, by the way, is hard to do, but they could do it.
Do you want to know who their quarterback would be if they trade away Deshaun Watson, their backups right now? Do you know who they are?
Davis Mills.
No. Oh, they did draft Davis Mills, but they also have Jeff Driscoll and Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, wow. I'm so glad the man of Tyrod Taylor is there, who has done nothing, but everyone loves him for some reason. I mean, the Chargers had to puncture his lung just because they didn't want to play him so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have them there so bad. I have them going 2-15.
Yeah. All right. You want to go next?
You're next. I'm going to go
third.
Next. I'm going to go third.
All right, go who?
Third, okay. I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I got them too.
I actually am this is a team that I actually might watch. I'm very surprised. I'm surprised. I'm interested to see what Urban Meyer can do in the NFL. And I thought he had a very good draft. Obviously, getting Trevor Lawrence was the obvious number 1 pick. You had to take him. He's a generational talent. You had to take him. I like him. I also get the getting of ETN as a good guy that can do multiple things in the backfield and in the passing game. I like what they're doing. I'm interested to see what Urban Meyer does because he was so successful in college. We haven't really seen the college thing come over, but these guys now kind of know who he is and know what he's about. I want to see the transition he makes. To me, it's more interesting than seeing how good they are. But I had them going. I'm gonna have them actually winning 5. I have them going 5-12.
I'm actually doing better. I'm going 7-11.
Oh,
I think Lawrence is going to be awesome.
That's 18 games, Jordan.
Or sorry, 7-10.
7-10.
Yeah, I think Lawrence is going to be really good, and I like their wide receivers. I like Chark, and then they have Laviska Shenault. I like him
too. Yep.
I think they're going to be decent, and then they got their running back. Who's that running back? They had Etienne and
ETN.
And then don't they have Robinson? He was good last year.
And they also have Carlos Hyde too, who's not a bad back.
Yeah, he's not a bad back. They got really good weapons. So I think, and we can't forget about Tebow.
Oh.
You know,
Hey, if he makes the roster, by the way, did you see that everyone going nuts when he made that catch? Trevor Lawrence threw him a touchdown pass. By the way,
no,
Tim Tebow is yoked. He is humongous. You thought Tim Tebow was big before. He is even bigger now. He is massive.
I don't think if he makes the team, I would be so mad if I played for the Jaguars.
Here's the they actually have a very good the receiving core. They have Marvin Jones, is a good receiver. DJ Chark has been up and down. Laviska Shenault from
Shenault.
He's good. Colorado. They also have a sneaky pickup in I just saw in here. Where'd he go? Philip Dorsett is not a bad receiver as well.
He was hurt all last year.
Yes, and he's not a bad receiver. I do like them. I said 5. I just don't know. I think Trevor Lawrence is still too young, but they're gonna be in more games than they were last year. They're gonna be in more games. I just don't see they can get over the top to win it. But if they want something,
I think is the only college coach in the last 20 years to have some success. Is that Pete Carroll?
Yeah, I would think so because Pete Carroll came in. And then before him, it was, I don't know, was Saban before or after Pete Carroll? But Saban couldn't get it.
Saban was before,
but he wanted to get Drew Brees, and they said no, and it kind of screwed his whole entire team over. Steve Spurrier tried only drafting Gators. That didn't work. You had Lou Holtz, who tried to run this option when he came in with the Jets. I can't think
Jimmy Johnson worked.
Jimmy Johnson did work. But
Barry Switzer was 1 year.
Barry Switzer didn't count because he had the Cowboy team that what's his name? Quarterback. Troy Aikman said a monkey could have ran that team and they would have won the Super Bowl.
Oh.
So Barry Switzer was there. He wasn't really in charge because when Jimmy Johnson left, no one went with him. He was just him. So they had their defensive coordinator, their offensive coordinator was all there, and every single player was still there. So you have them at what?
I got them going 7-10. What do you have them going?
5-12. All right. So let's take your second place team now.
I got the Colts. This one I got going 10-7 just because their division. I just feel like they have one of the best rosters. I don't trust Carson Wentz though. I'll tell you that much right now. He's already hurt right now. He holds the ball too much and loves spinning. He loves spinning backwards or spinning. And he just needs to learn that he's not the best athlete anymore on the field. I always feel like that's another thing, Alabama quarterbacks, they always are I know I never get hit. I have so much time. That's when he came from that lower level, he was probably the best athlete on his team until he got to the NFL.
He grew up in Big North Dakota.
Yes. And so I just feel like he needs to learn his limitations and he could be a decent quarterback. I mean, I don't want him to just stand there like a statue, but you can't take 10-second dropbacks and expect every play to score a touchdown. I mean, Russell Wilson does this. A lot of players do it, but
they're different.
They also know when they're done and have to get down or throw the ball. He just feels like he never can give it up. But yeah, I just feel like they are going to be decent this year. They got good weapons. They got a good defense. I like Leonard.
They just re-signed Leonard.
He's really good. I like him a lot. And then I also like that. Was it who they get from the Niners? Their D lineman,
DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner is really good. Is it DeForest Buckner or was it?
It's DeForest Buckner. Oh wait,
it was. Yeah, it was DeForest Buckner. I really like DeForest Buckner. I think he was a big loss for the Niners. I just really think they're going to step it up. But like I said, it's as far as their quarterback can take them, like most teams. But Wentz is kind of up and down. He's only had 15 solid games in a row, and then he got hurt. But
I'm going to go. I'm going Titans second, and I'm going to pick the same record at going 10-7. The Titans have everything in place. Getting Julio Jones, I'm interested to see what he does because I don't know. I'm interested to see what he does with Ryan Tannehill. Him and AJ Brown could be a lethal combination. The Titans interest me. I just think losing Arthur Smith, when you lose an offensive coordinator and you bring someone else up, either promote or you bring someone in, it's always going to be adjustment period. And so I'm interested to see what they do. And you know, I just at times I think they relied too much on Derrick Henry. I think that's why they went out and got Julio Jones to help out in the passing game. Let's see what they do. I'm not a giant Titans fan, but I do like what their roster is there. I do like Henry, but at times I think he tries to run. I think they're very predictable, but that was with Arthur Smith. Let's see if they do more in the passing game. Maybe some more, get the ball to AJ Brown, get the ball to Julio Jones. And then kind of open up that run game. Let's see what they do. Their offensive line is good. Defense is decent. They have one of the better safeties in the league in Bird. So let's see what they do. I'm just not quite sold on the new offensive coordinator. So yeah, I'm just not quite. I think they'll make the playoffs. Maybe. I'm just not sure like what. Because they got. Let's see. Who am I trying to think of? What's his name? Is Taylor Lewan going to be healthy? That's the other thing too. Is Taylor Lewan going to be healthy? If he is healthy, it's really going to anchor down that offensive line. But we'll see what they do. So yeah, I'm just not losing Arthur Smith. I think is bigger than what they think it's going to be.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Losing Arthur Smith, they were the number 4 offense last year, but the number 24 defense. So if they can't score like they did last year and play defense like they did last year, I think they were last in third down, like getting off the field.
Yes, they were.
So if they can't get off the field and can't score as many points, that could be a recipe for disaster. But I have them going first at 11-6. It's not like they're going to be world beaters, but I just feel like they have the most talent, and on offense at least. Defense, I'm not sure. I really haven't.
They did get Bud Dupree from the Steelers. They did sign Bud Dupree.
But is he hurt, or like when is he going to come back? That's the question.
I don't know. They have him. They also signed Janoris Jenkins.
That's a good pickup. But yeah, it all depends on their defense for me.
Yeah.
If they can get stops, they could win. But I mean, they're going to score.
Mike Vrabel's
They're going to score, but are they going to stop anyone? They're going to be probably a first round out again.
My pick for first is the Colts. I am going to go opposite with you. I'm going to be a Carson Wentz believer. I believe because now he's back with the coordinator that got him to the Super Bowl. I do, and like when the year that he had right as his offensive coordinator, he was on pace to be an MVP and then got hurt. Yeah. I'm going to believe in him. I'm going to believe in Carson Wentz. I think their roster is the best roster in that division, hands down the best roster in that division. They have weapons all over the place. I mean, they signed Eric Fisher to tackle. They have Quentin Nelson, who's arguably the best lineman in the NFL.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
I mean, you have weapons in Michael Pittman Jr., Jonathan Taylor. You still have T.Y. Hilton. You have some good guys. Like you said, DeForest Buckner is a beast. They re-signed Darius Leonard. They're going to be good. If Carson Wentz can be the Carson Wentz we saw in Philadelphia before he got hurt when Frank Wright was his OC, I think this team could be, I'm going to say right now, I think they're going to go 12-5. If he gets hurt, then they could be a 5-12 team because they don't have anything. But they have the best offensive line in the NFL. I think they have the best offensive line in the NFL. They're going to run the ball. They're going to do play action passes. They're going to get Carson Wentz on the run, and they're going to move him into the pocket instead of having him sit in the pocket making reads. They're going to get him out, let him use his athleticism, make some plays. And what it sounds right now, I just saw coming across Twitter on Adam Schefter just said it. Adam Schefter just said it. Carson Wentz is on pace to come back for week 1. Him and Quentin Nelson are on pace to come back week 1. So if they both come back week 1, I think this team has the makings of being a 12-5 team. That's me.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a break here. Once again, thank you to the Cowlitz PUD for our sponsoring, which, by the way, I use Cowlitz PUD. I think they're awesome. You don't get to use Cowlitz PUD, Jordan. You have to use Clark. What is it? Clark Public Utilities?
Clark, yep.
Well, whatever. They don't matter. It's Cowlitz PUD. That's where it's all at. So thank you, Cowlitz PUD, for sponsoring this podcast.
Take control of your account and make interacting with Cowlitz PUD easy with SmartHub. Through SmartHub, you'll be able to view detailed usage information, make a payment, enroll in programs, set account notifications, and much more. You'll also receive important news and information about Cowlitz PUD and can quickly contact us with any issues regarding your service. You'll be able to put yourself in the driver's seat of your Cowlitz PUD account. Smart management, smart life, SmartHub.
All right, and we're back here. Thank you, Cowlitz PD, for sponsoring this podcast. All right, we're back picking our AFC over/under win totals for our team so far. We've already covered the AFC East and the AFC South. Now we're moving on to the black and blue division, the AFC North. Right now, the Ravens are projected to win with 11 wins. Browns come in at 10, Steelers 9, and the Bengals at 6.5. Jordan, who do you have getting last?
The Bengals.
Yep.
Their line is terrible. They should have drafted Penei Sewell. They're going to have awesome wide receivers, though, but they're not going to have anyone to protect Joe Burrow, and he just blew his knee up last year. But I like Joe Burrow. If he had some protection, I think he would be he has the potential to be a really, really, really good quarterback.
I like him.
I like his movement. I like how he throws. I like his attitude. I just think he's good. But they should have drafted a tackle. They should have drafted Sewell. But also, I think their defense is going to be not the greatest. They were, I think, 22nd last year in total defense and 29th in offense. So I just don't feel like they're going to be that great this year, typical Bengals season. But I do think they can be improving and look better.
Yes.
With hopefully Burrow staying upright all season, that would be a huge improvement. But I have them going 6-11.
I have them going 6-11 as well for the exact same reasons you have. I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, when he was at Ohio State, Urban Meyer said it. He goes, that guy, if we wouldn't have had Dwayne Haskins play as well as he did in the spring, Joe Burrow would have been the starting quarterback for that team. Didn't look good his first year at LSU, but then he really came on his last year at LSU. He looked really good. He was on pace. Him and Justin Herbert were on pace for Rookie of the Year. They both were right there. And then, him getting hurt, it kind of went all the way to Herbert, but we'll get to Herbert in a little bit. I do like him. I like their receivers. T. Higgins came on great last year. He looked good. Jamar Chase is already good. I think them losing AJ Brown or AJ. AJ.
He quit. He quit on them.
That was good for them to get rid of him. Tyler Boyd is still a really good receiver. So they have a good receiving core.
And their running backs are good with Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon is good. They are a very good team offensively. They just don't have, or for skill position wise, they have no one to protect him, which is really going to be hard for them this year. If they don't protect Joe Burrow and they keep him on the ground, their entire team is going to be, it's going to kill their team. And he even came out and said yesterday, he still doesn't feel mentally strong with that knee. It's still in the back of his head. So we'll have to see what they have. Their defense is not anything great. So I have them going same thing as you. You said 6-11.
Yeah,
I do too. I'm 6-11. I just they need to make steps in the right division. Here's the thing. They'll be in games because offensively, but they won't be able to stop anybody.
No, they won't stop anyone.
And I do like Zach Taylor as a head coach. I think he's a good head coach. I think his offensive schemes are good. He has to figure out defense and get an offensive line. So they're right there. Yeah. But you're right. They made the wrong draft choice. They could have gotten a receiver in the second round, and they should have went with Penei Sewell. But once again, I'm not complaining as a Lions fan that I got Penei Sewell. So I don't think anybody, they got him. I'm going to go next with my second pick. I'm going to go Steelers.
I got the same thing.
Steelers, and I have them only going. I have them going 8-9. I don't have them.
I also had them going 8-9.
I just don't trust new offensive coordinator. Big Ben's getting up there. Their offensive line, they got rid of their offensive line. They were the worst running. They were 32nd in running last year. They still don't have they drafted Najee Harris, but they didn't address their offensive line anywhere. So I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing with them offensively. Big Ben had to get the ball out quick because they couldn't protect anybody. So the ball was getting out quick. They still have good receivers. I do like their receiving core. I think Chase Claypool came on late. He looked good. Washington's a good receiver. I just really want Juju to stop dancing and just play football.
Well, he can dance. Just put I hate
Play.
when they like that's like the thing I know him for.
Yes.
Like, oh, this guy's known for dancing. I'm like, oh, how do you get famous? Oh, he plays football. How about I know you about football? Then I'm like, oh, he also dances.
Yes. I think they have the right guys skill wise. I think Najee Harris was a good draft pick for them. But if their offensive line, let me say this: if their offensive line plays well and they can run the football, they could be a 10-7 team. I just don't see it with this offensive line, new offensive coordinator. It's really Big Ben running the offense, and I had them going 8-9.
Yeah, it's their offense. Ben's gonna get hurt, and then like hopefully Haskins didn't look bad yesterday, but come on, man, Big Ben, this is the end, and their defense is gonna keep them in a lot of games. But I just feel like now Big Ben's probably the third best quarterback in the division, maybe even the worst quarterback in the division.
I'd still take him over Burrow, but he's getting in there.
But just probably because Burrow just got hurt. If Burrow was healthy, you would probably.
Correct.
But Ben's always hurt, he's always got something. But this year he took getting in shape seriously,
He shaved his beard.
He probably drank light beer this summer instead of heavies,
He does look good, but I just
But
don't know.
I still like I said, I just don't feel it with this team. It's just 8-9. I just feel like they were the worst 11-0 team ever last year.
Yeah.
They're just it's not gonna this is the end for Big Ben. They're gonna have to move on.
They are. All right, who do you have getting second?
I have Cleveland Browns getting second in this division, going 11-6.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be good this year. They're gonna be pretty good. I think the only thing that's if Baker cannot turn the ball over and their defense can play a little bit better, I think they could be a good team this year. I can't believe I'm saying that, but the Browns could be a good team this year. Last year, I didn't believe it. They were all talking Super Bowl champs in the offseason, but it's a little quieter this year, so I feel like they might be able to do it.
I am not going Browns. I'm going Ravens getting second at 11-6. I think Lamar Jackson is a very good quarterback. He just when he's asked to throw the ball in the pocket, he does
when
not.
When he has to throw, it gets difficult for him.
Yes. He's a very good. I'm not saying he's not. He's a very good quarterback. If he makes the right steps and then being a pocket quarterback, which he needs to be at times, like still let Lamar be Lamar, but he needs to be in the pocket when he needs to be, because like you see, that's when quarterbacks and you need to win games, it's when they do it that way. I had them going 11-6. I think they're still going to be a very good team. I want to see more from them, and their defense got better. I just think, I'm gonna be honest, I think the Browns are better. I just do. So that's why, that's my big.
I forgot to mention the Browns O-line is one of the best units in football right now.
That's why I am saying right now. That's why I am saying the Browns. I'm not saying that the Ravens aren't good, because they are good. Don't get me wrong. I just think that the Browns are better than the Ravens, and I hate saying like that's my reasoning, but it is, and I'm gonna say it right now. I'm just gonna go to it. Browns are gonna win the division at 12-5. And Baker Mayfield in the second year in Kevin Stefanski's offense, which is basically run the ball, play action, get the ball down.
They have the best running back.
They did the two best running back tandem in Nick Chubb and
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. They have I agree with you. I think this team's gonna be good as long as Baker doesn't force the ball to Odell. Don't force it. I think at times he forced it to him last year.
Yes, he just looks at him.
I think that's a little bit is Odell in there, because I would say right now that
if I were the Browns, I would maybe look at trading Odell.
I don't think
for defensive
keep him. I think
for defensive player. You need a linebacker.
They do. I still think this is a better team. I think year two and Kevin Stefanski's offense, the rollout, get the ball to Nick Chubb, give to Kareem Hunt, get in the rollout, and then hit Jarvis and Odell on comebacks and deep routes. That's where I think they're going to win. I just think they're better.
And they got overall. That good the tight end Najong.
Who?
Their tight end.
David Njoku?
Yeah, Njoku. He's good if he's healthy.
Yep.
But I got the Baltimore winning this division. I just think they're big brother right now. I think they always will. They beat up on Cleveland. I feel like
Okay.
they got their number. They know what to do against them. If they beat them, that would be. It's like a psychological thing for me. It seems like Baltimore just always beats the Browns.
Well, did
But
you see their number one
I
draft
like-
pick might be out?
Who?
Rashad Bateman.
Oh, their wide receiver.
Yep, he could be out.
No, that's not good.
I also forgot to mention.
Marquise Brown and Sammy. They added Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, but Sammy Watkins. I mean, he's up there in age. The other thing to remember too, Jordan, is I'm going to say this too about the Browns, is they have Myles Garrett, who's arguably one of the best defensive ends in the league. They also have Jadeveon Clowney, who, if he plays hard,
Jadeveon Clowney didn't even get sacked last year.
I
He
know.
had like 3 for the Seahawks, so he doesn't get sacks. He's not. You are just blinded by that one hit he had against Michigan.
All right.
Everyone's like, "Whoa! If he could just do that all the time, he'd
I
be
guess you're right.
great."
I
He's
guess you're
not that great anymore. He's
Okay.
great against the run, though. I'll give him that.
All right.
But he hasn't had a sack in forever. But also, I like on the Ravens is J.K. Dobbins, their running back. I think he's really good. I think he's going to break out. And then they also have Mark Andrews at tight end.
He's a
I
beast,
just
dude.
feel like, and their defense is always really good. But
But
So Marcus Peters is really.
can you say could you flip both these teams? Both these teams could be
I
flipped.
mean, I could, but I just feel like always Baltimore has the edge. I feel like they have the better coach
Okay.
and possibly the better quarterback.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Our last division we have is over here on the West Coast. The best coast is the AFC West. The Chiefs obviously are number 1 at 12 wins. Chargers are second at 9. Raiders are 8, and Broncos are 6. So Jordan, who do you have getting last in the division?
If the Chiefs weren't in this division, this would be the worst division in football.
I am not going to disagree with you.
If the Chiefs didn't have Patrick Mahomes, this would be a terrible division. The team I have getting last is this actually took a while for me to think about. This was probably my hardest division to think
The hardest division in the worst division in your eyes.
because it's so hard to look through the muddy waters, But I got the Raiders getting last at 5-12.
Wow.
They dismantled their O-line, like literally. Like
They did.
They got rid of all their good O-line. So and then I don't like what has Gruden ever done besides win with another coach's team against his old team, which he knew what they were gonna do. So like Gruden isn't. They were 8-8 last year. I don't see them improving. Like, where did they improve at?
I don't know. I don't have them getting last. I have them getting third. I have the Broncos getting last. I just don't.
I think the Broncos at least have a good defense.
But here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have them the exact same record. They're gonna have the exact same record. I'm just gonna say the Raiders will beat the Broncos at some point to give a better record. But I have the Broncos at 7-10. I just don't. Nick Fangio doesn't really know what he's doing. Their defense will be really good this year. Their defense is going to be really good. They don't have a quarterback. We keep hearing about their quarterbacks. These quarterbacks. Dude, they don't have Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater are not quarterbacks. They're going to win you games and get you the playoffs. They're just not. They're bridge quarterbacks. They're literally, like I said, Teddy Bridgewater is a bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
If they were smart. They might, but Nick Fangio's job, I think, is on the line. I could be wrong, but I think he's in the hot seat.
I don't think there's I just think knows he's just writing it out. I don't think he ever can't believe he still has the job, to be honest with you.
I just don't see
He's
that.
just like, yeah, I can't believe I'm still here.
Yeah, he's 7-10.
He's like,
Broncos. Good
They
defense.
haven't fired me?
Good defense, but they don't have a quarterback. And if you don't have a quarterback in the NFL, you don't have a team. So that's mine. And then I'll just go straight to it. My Raiders.
I was going to say Raiders. I forgot to mention their bright spot is Darren Waller.
He is a unbelievable tight end. So
Yeah.
I have the Raiders. Same thing, same record, going 7-10, but getting third in divisions. A lot of the same things you said. I just think John Gruden's a better coach than Nick Fangio. I think they have some better weapons. Their offensive line has been dismantled. But Waller, I mean, right now their best offensive line is Richie Incognito. That's That's their best offensive lineman is Richie.
Yeah.
I
I got the Broncos getting second. I just feel like their defensive unit is actually a unit that can do something. I think they have like the best safety in Justin Simmons,
he's good.
and then they also have Von Miller, and then their pass rushes always seem good. They just always seem good on defense in Denver. It's just, please, I hope they play a lot of Jeezy. So what's his name can dance a lot. Their quarterback.
Teddy Bridgewater.
No. They're Drew Lock. Did you see that video of him dancing to Jeezy, rapping it all?
Not seen that video.
Okay, it's old, but yeah, if they could just play young Jeezy a lot, he would probably play better. But if they can just hold on to the ball a little bit and score some points, like Fangio thinks you can't score more than 30, I think as a defensive coach, you're like 6-0 would be the ultimate score, but it's not going to happen.
That doesn't
just
happen
let
anymore.
it loose. I think their wide receivers are decent. They
are
could
decent.
be good.
Well, last year
But
the number one receiver got hurt before the season even started, and I know that because I drafted him in fantasy. So what's his name? So they have Jerry Jeudy. Cortland Sutton was their number one receiver going into the season last year and got hurt, and they were still decent. So they have Jerry Jeudy. They have Cortland Sutton. They do have one of the better young tight ends in their league is in their
Noah Fant.
Noah Fant. So they have some good guys.
And then their running backs are decent with Melvin Gordon and Royce Freeman.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm just not.
But they did lose Jake Butt.
Jake Butt. But yeah. So I just don't think I don't trust Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater to win them games. Still need to do. I just don't do that. So my second place team is my San Diego Chargers, and Jordan knows I am a Chargers.
They're playing in San Diego?
Oh, sorry. The LA Chargers. I am a Chargers. What did you say the other day? You said
admirer.
A Chargers admirer, and I have been for a very, very long time. It's not a bandwagon thing. Jordan, who will call you out if you're a bandwagon fan, knows I have been a Ducks fan and a Chargers fan before it was popular to be them. Is that true?
Maybe not the Ducks.
Maybe not the Ducks.
You love the Ducks when they changed. Everyone did when they changed their uniforms.
I like
Joey Harrington.
Yes, which is before they were good. They weren't good when they did that, Jordan. They still weren't.
They
good.
went to the Fiesta Bowl.
I liked them and went to the Holiday Bowl when they beat Texas. So don't even get going on that.
The
one.
Holiday Bowl, the second best bowl in the Pac-12. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly when
Joey Harrington got an end around pass from Keenan Howery. So.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. No, I like the Chargers. I do. I think their roster I think Joey Bosa coming back is just going to help them be even better because he was hurt. Chargers every year.
What do you have their record?
I'm going to say 10-7. Chargers 10-7. Justin Herbert is, I think, going to make another big set. He looks the part. Mike Williams is a very good receiver. Keenan Allen is a very good receiver. Derwin James is finally back. Joey Bosa is finally back. They have the pieces in place. They did a really good job on their defense, getting people they needed. Rashawn Slater, their tackle they drafted from Northwestern, is going to help out their offensive line. I like this Chargers team. 10-7 is where I have them. I think Justin Herbert's going to catapult them into the next thing. They lost like 4 games last year by a field goal or by a touchdown or less. 4 games last year. So I really like this team. They have Jared Cook, who's a solid tight end as well. This team is poised to make a run, make the playoffs maybe, but if not, they'll be right there sniffing at or knocking at the gates. I like this Chargers team, and I have them going 10-7.
I have the Chargers going 8-9.
Wow.
I'm not. Herbert looked good, but I mean, their offensive line's going to get better, but their other weapons, I mean, Keenan Allen's good, but he gets hurt like a lot. And Mike Williams is pretty good. I do like what they got. Corey Linsley, their best center in the league now.
Yes, they do.
But I mean, you have a rookie left tackle. I mean, I don't care how great they are. That's kind of scary still.
Still good.
And they're getting a new head coach also. So a new system.
That is true.
So I mean, stability seems to be what works the best for young quarterbacks, in my opinion. Like quarterbacks that get a new coordinator every year, it doesn't seem to work.
It's only been one. It was Anthony Lynn last year. Anthony
Two.
Lynn,
He's had 2 in 2 years. So
how?
and he didn't have I mean, I like Herbert, but let's like slow down before he's the best thing ever.
I think he's the best. I just think he's going to make more steps than he did last year.
Or teams have more film on him now, and it could take a step back. That can happen too. Teams find out what you are good at, and then they attack that. So
you have the second place team going 8-9.
Yes, I think this division is terrible.
Okay.
Who's other than Bosa on their defense, because they lost Melvin Ingram.
Derwin James is really good.
Derwin James is just coming back from like 2 ACL surgeries.
Dante Samuel Jr. is pretty good.
He hasn't played yet. He's a rookie.
He's still going to be good.
We don't know that. You can't say someone's going to be good until they
Chris
play.
Harris Jr.
Okay, that's a decent player, but who's their linebackers other than on their D line? Who's good?
I'm really looking right now. I can't think of any.
I just feel like
Kyler Frackle.
Yeah, I just feel like everyone's looking at Herbert and not looking at everything else on their team, to be honest. They're just like, look at how good Herbert is. I know he is good, but I don't think he's at that level yet where he can just like cover up all the flaws of a team. He's not Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes yet.
Okay.
Or even he's getting there. Let's just wait before we tell him he's the greatest, because I've seen first-year quarterbacks be awesome and then be nothing after that.
Okay.
I've seen Robert Griffin III be awesome, and then what happened? What's he doing now? Making Instagram videos of him jumping over hurdles.
He just signed a deal with ESPN. Okay.
Oh, or no, him and ESPN and Fox were having bidding wars.
Okay, so now we're going to get to our number one team. We both have it. It's obviously one of the best teams in the league, hands down. Chiefs. I mean, we can say the same things. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Clyde Elaires. I can't say his name. Clyde Elaires, whatever, the running back.
Yeah. Their
offense, and they
got good offensive line players.
They went and got guys in the offensive line. This is a team they're like, we lost Super Bowl and didn't get in the end zone. That's not happening again. So, I mean, they got they are just Orlando Brown Jr. They traded for Orlando Brown Jr., who's one of the best tackles in the league. They went and got him. They went and got Kyle Long, who sat out for a year. He's going to be he's pissed off. He's going to be coming back. Joe Thuney, the guard from the Patriots, he's really good. They really 100% revamped this offensive line, and they are going to be on a rampage. I mean, they're going to be going after it. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best talents I've ever seen at quarterback. Hands down, one of the best. He reminds me of a more athletic Brett Favre that can do whatever he wants on the field when he wants to. Whenever he wants to, he's like, yep, I'm gonna throw this 90 yards across my body. Done. He is going to be very, very good. And he's going to be on a tear this year. And so I have the Chiefs going 14-3.
I also have 14-3. It basically comes down to if they can get 2 or 3 stops a game, they're going to win.
Yes.
And their defense has the players to make stops. I think Frank Clark probably isn't going to be on the team anymore. Well, he's still on the team, but
why, they're going to cut him?
Well, didn't you hear he has like gun charges?
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, he might be gone.
And so I don't know. But they did get Jaron Reed.
They did. And Tyrann Mathieu runs that defense. Tyrann Mathieu
and Chris Jones is really, really good.
Chris Jones, they said, lost 15 pounds, and they're moving him just not from a nose tackle. They're moving him also to defensive end at times as well.
Yeah, he's probably going to play like a 3-year technique, probably something like that.
So,
but yeah, I have them going 14-3. The only thing I could see them going less than 14-3 is if, like I said with the Buccaneers, if they're resting players. But like the new playoff system is set up, though, I don't think teams are going to rest that much anymore because there's only one bye. So 14-3, and they could go better. They could be 15-2.
They are, in my opinion, the best team in football right now. They're the best team in football, even better than the Bucs, who return everybody.
I think the Bucs got lucky that the Chiefs line was hurt.
They played
if they would have been hurt, I think the Chiefs would have rolled them.
And it was still a close game, which is even crazy.
It still was a close, but yeah, remember that pass that
Mahomes threw on the ground?
Yeah, it didn't count.
Threw it and they just dropped it. Yeah. All right, so those are our picks for AFC over under win totals. We will post these on Twitter later today. Once again, guys, we're going to take a break here. Thank you to Cowlitz PUD for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you, Cowlitz PUD.
Take control of your account and make interacting with Cowlitz PUD easy with SmartHub. Through SmartHub, you'll be able to view detailed usage information, make a payment, enroll in programs, set account notifications, and much more. You'll also receive important news and information about Cowlitz PUD and can quickly contact us with any issues regarding your service. You'll be able to put yourself in the driver's seat of your Cowlitz PUD account. Smart management, smart life, SmartHub.
All right. Thank you once again to Cowlitz PUD for sponsoring this podcast. We'll wrap things up today, guys, with our best of. And today for our best of, we are doing best of school supplies from when we were growing up. All right. School is literally right around the corner. My daughter's doing their school shopping. Our mom took my daughter's school shopping, and just got me thinking of things that I was very excited for growing up. When I wanted to go school shopping, as dumb as it sounds, I think, Jordan, maybe you can agree with this. Going school shopping for supplies when you're younger was one of the most fun experiences that
it's just fun because like the attention is on you for once, and they're like, go, because how many times as a kid you go to the store and it's not for you? It's just like, hey, we gotta go do adult stuff. And then when you're a kid and they're finally like, hey, we're gonna focus on what you want today, that's kind of cool. It just feels like you're like getting ready to do stuff. And plus our parents were teachers, so they made a big deal about going to school anyway. So
they did, so I'll let you start off. What is I hope mine stays. What was your favorite thing? What was your best of school supplies thing that you could get when you were younger?
The best thing were Yikes pencils. Do you remember Yikes pencils?
Yikes pencils. I don't. I'm gonna Google them real quick.
They were pencils that were like crazy colors and like had like grooves cut in them.
Yes. I'm seeing them right now. Yep. I do see them.
Okay. I love Yikes pencils until mechanical pencils. Then I love mechanical pencils.
I forgot.
Yikes pencils were the best pencils.
We'll post these as well. Buy. We'll post these images. Yeah, Yikes pencils.
Get yourself some Yikes.
They are neon colors. They have little spirals for like grooves for you to do them. Like I'm looking at the right picture right now. They're all neon colors. They're striped. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. I remember these were the coolest thing. Oh my God, Yikes pencils. I'm going a little bit different. I'm going Trapper Keeper. A good Trapper Keeper, and you had to get one that had some type of design on it. The one that I can remember the most was like the space looking ones that were like purple. You got something going on in the background. The hype's going on in the background of your thing, Jordan.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, that's what I remember. The Trapper Keepers, they all came in like different, really weird. What's going on right now? Jordan's taking a step. Okay, we're back. So yeah, the Trapper Keeper, it was basically a folder that you would put all of your other stuff inside of. It was really just hold everything. It would trap all of your stuff together. And
it was a binder with a flap.
A binder with a flap. Is exactly what it was. And it was a really cool thing to have around. It would be really cool when you try really hard in the beginning of school to get it all organized. And then a week, it was trash. The plastic was ripped off.
Remember how they would make us get planners, how that was a thing? And now we all own phones with calculators.
Yeah.
We had to buy a planner.
Do you remember growing up saying, oh, by the way, you'll never have a calculator in your pocket? Guess what?
Yeah. Or the internet's not going to be there.
Hey, guess what, Mrs. Butler? Guess what? I have a calculator in my pocket at all times. So I don't need to worry about doing long division in my head. I can just do it on my calculator. Or our dad, who's a math teacher, by the way, he's like, yeah, you'll have to use a calculator. We use calculators all the time. But yeah, Trapper Keepers, and you had to get one that had a neon. The picture I'm gonna post. It's literally different neons with a giant planet in the background, like a space,
like chrome spikes and chrome like spheres and
So that was mine. All right, what was your number 2 favorite thing?
I always liked a good pencil box, mainly the ones that had like bumps on it.
Oh,
All
okay.
the bumps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They were
Uh,
like a opaque color on the bottom, and then like an opaque gray or turquoise or red at top. It had a bunch of little bumps on the top. Those are
It was
sick
called
for
a
putting in
Space
your
Maker.
Space Maker. Yes,
It
that's
was a
what I was
Space Maker,
always.
and they came in different colors. So a Space Maker usually was translucent as well. It was like the one I'm looking at was purple and then gray on the bottom, and it was had bumps on the top. It was a Space Maker, and it came like in these different color fonts. And you'd put it in the side of your desk, and you'd hope it'd be looking there, and you'd make sure your Yikes pencils were all lined up nice and neat.
Yes,
And then
but then
within a
you
week,
also
and then what happened within a week, Jordan?
it would be destroyed.
It would literally, the top would come off. It wouldn't latch anymore. All these things we would get, we would like hope they would stay together, and they just wouldn't. They would just break very, very easily. My number 2 best of was the multicolored pin that had like 10 different colors on it and had the big top on it. Like it came in all these different colored pins, or even
Like the
the giant
red,
one.
green. Yeah,
No,
that
not
had like
that one.
20 colors.
Yeah, 20 color one that you would like, oh, I'm gonna try to do all of them at once, and it would never work. Yeah, that was at the top and push down. Yeah, that was my favorite. You'd always get one of those, and you're like, I'm gonna write my name in different colors and choose a different color for each letter. That was awesome. I love that pin to this day. Still haven't seen that pin.
You'd make a sweet S with the 6 lines out of it.
Yes. Yep. You would unscrew the bottom of it to show all the colors, and you'd hold it tight, and you would just write that up, and you have this cool looking rainbow looking thing, and then it would break because the top wouldn't. You try to screw it back on, it was plastic. It'd break.
The springs.
Once again, what are we learning about 90s school supplies now, Jordan? What they all do? They all broke.
Yeah,
they didn't last very long.
Well, that's sad because they wanted you to buy more.
They wanted you to buy more. All right. My last favorite thing of growing up school supplies was the thermos lunchbox combo with a type of cartoon or TV show on there, especially the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon one where you had all 4 Ninja Turtles on front, or the Ghostbusters one. The Ninja Turtles one was green, had all the turtles on the front, and there was a thermos inside. And that's what you got. Like that, everyone had everyone had a version of this where there was.
I really think they cornered the market. They dominated the lunchbox market. This is before soft box sides too.
Yeah, these were like unbelievable.
They were thin. They did not keep anything at any temperature.
No, it didn't have. No, it did not.
Definitely, we're gonna probably get food poisoning if your food was held out too long.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was blue. The Ninja Turtles one was blue, and it had. I'm looking at it right now. It was blue, and it said on there it was made by Thermos. Is who made it, and it was a plastic. They were all the same. It came with its own individual thermos. It had a lunchbox that was plastic. There was no way of keeping anything cool or hot. It would just be destroyed. And now it's kind of the same thing now. Kids get the same thing, but now they're way better than they were. They're insulated. These weren't. These are just straight plastic. Your sandwich was going to get unbelievably hot. If you had anything cold in there, like if you had pudding that you want to keep cold, you're eating warm pudding. But it didn't matter because the biggest thing was the flex of showing up to the lunch table with your certain lunchbox. And the ones I remember being really cool were the Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters and Power Rangers were the 3 that I remember kids wanting to have.
My favorite glass supply was, this is very specific, but when I don't know how old I was, but they came out with these markers that would change color with a special marker, a Crayola marker. So you could like write in blue, and then you would take the clear marker and write, and it would come out in a different color. But then your clear marker would get a little bit of the ink from the original marker, and then it would eventually not work anymore. But so those were also
like you could color like a box. Cool. You could color a box.
Yeah, and then get the clear marker, the color change one, and write in it, and it would change the color of the. But like I said, the ink would always get stuck to the color changing marker. So then it would eventually just not work anymore, and you just have. Then you just have, instead of 8 markers, you only have 7, and they don't change colors.
My honorable mentions for this are also the smelly markers.
Yeah.
Smelly markers. And you'd always get that one kid that would want to smell.
Sharpies. Those are the smelly ones, right?
Yeah, the smelly ones. And you never wanted to smell the black one that was licorice. It was terrible. But now the red one, the cherry, that was good. I also have color pencils when you first got them, and they were all sharp in the nice box, and they were all in line.
That's kind of like getting the crayons, Crayola crayons, like
Same
getting
thing.
like a 64 pack, and then by 2 weeks in, you got a 32 pack.
Yeah, and you knew the rich kids because they had the 64 pack with the crayon that had the crayon sharpener on the back. We didn't have that. We just would get the 12 pack of crayons, and they're like, okay, this is what we got. You had those kids that would bring in the 64 colors, and you have the kids that bring the 64 color pencils. You're like, oh yeah, look at you, rich kid with your colors. What else? We also, I think that's it for my honorable mentions. Do you have anything else for honorable mentions?
No, but I do have some betting things if people want to bet this weekend.
Okay.
Like 3 bets.
We're going to go tangent real quick. It's Friday. So we'll do our Friday's picks. By the way, I put my picks out yesterday. I went 3-0 yesterday in preseason. I had
These are all my picks are just in one game for this weekend though.
Okay. So we're going to do Jordan's picks, Jordan's Friday's picks. Let's go ahead and hear him, Jordan.
All right. So this weekend is the biggest rivalry in North American soccer. It's Timbers versus Sounders. Big game. It's on Sunday.
First of all, you got to tell me we're going to talk soccer because we got to make sure we let the people know.
So the odds right now, I'm going to be taking the Portland is plus 165 just to win outright.
Okay.
And I'm going to be betting on that. And then if you want to get risky, but there's some big bucks in this, you can bet the exact scores on the Oregon scoreboard app. And at 2-1, Portland's win. It has to be 2-1 Portland. That's plus 775. So that's a big. 2-1 is not a crazy score in soccer. That's a pretty typical score. And then my last one. This is the big one. If you hit this, you're going to be 3-1 Timbers exact score plus 1,700 odds. 1,700 odds. That's a good bet. You put down $5 for that. I think you're going to be winning around like 150 to 160 bucks of a $5 bet. That's some value for you.
We'll put these all on Twitter. And so I'm going to go with my Friday picks. I'm going to go NFL preseason. I'm going to be the king of preseason football this year. So right now I'm going to go, I'm just going to have you take this right now. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills at +1 on the spread versus the Detroit Lions. And then I'm going to take the under in that same game. So the Buffalo Bills at +1, and then I'm going to take the under at 37. For the Tennessee Titans Atlanta Falcons game, I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans at +1.5. And then I'm going to do the last game of today. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. I'm actually going to take the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to take the over in those two. So once again, guys, in the Buffalo Bills.
What's Dallas's spread?
The spread is +2. Dallas is +2. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to take. Oh yeah, I did.
And then
the Cowboys
over?
The Cowboys at +2, and I'm going to take the over. So in my two games,
what's the over at?
Over is 38.
38.
So
I have a tip. The Baltimore Ravens have won their last 16 preseason games. They take this stuff seriously. So if you want to make some money, try and bet on Baltimore to win. I think they're like +1 right this weekend.
Yeah. So make sure we got these back. So I said Buffalo Bills are going to be +1 and the under.
I'll read them to you. Buffalo +1, and then you have the under 37, and then you have the Tennessee +1.5, and then you have Dallas +2 and the over at 38.
Yes. And we'll post these all on Twitter so you guys can see them. Once again, guys, we're going to wrap things up here. Have a great weekend, guys. We are episode 1. We're going to try to do all of these on our we're going to try to do all of these on YouTube as well. You can find all of us. You can find all of these on the upper left, or you can find all of our podcasts, the upper left pod at Cowlitz Sports or Cowlitz Podcast Network. You can follow us all on Twitter at Upper Left Pod for both Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. All three are the exact same, Upper Left Pod. And you guys, once again, thank you guys for joining us, and have a great weekend. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye. Peace.